like, what? I need to tweet that when Dakota Joshua comes back and he's with Sherwood.
It'd be Martin, Cizikas, and the other guy.
Martin? Oh, Clutterbuck.
Clutterbuck,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, how about those Islanders?
How about them Islanders?
Oh, man.
Just like the worst offense ever. Just absolutely putrid offense.
I had more on the New York Islanders on our rundown this week than the Vancouver Canucks.
I mean, what, you want to quickly go through it?
Pat Roy, Islanders blow a 3-0 lead to the Panthers, and they lose 6-3 on Saturday, which 6 straight goals given up. They brought up Pierre Engvall after an abysmal...
He has like 6 years left on his deal.
They bring him up. He got waived in after a shitty preseason, and Matt Martin was also called up. Patty Roy very liked Matt Martin being called up. Veteran presence, can provide that sandpaper energy guy. Did not feel the same way about Pierre Engvall after the media. Having Marty back in the lineup, leadership experience. I mean, he brings that physicality. I think Lou thinks it's important for us. And on Engvall and Pierre, we know what he did in the past 2 years. I guess Lou thought it was a good moment for him to come back and play. For reference, it's good. It's important to note that Matt Martin just played his 956th game on Saturday, so he's looking for a silver stick.
There is a reason when you look at Jim Rutherford and Lou Lamoriello. There is a very specific reason why Jim Rutherford is president and not general manager.
I'd have to agree.
There is a very specific reason, and that is at some point we have to take the keys away from our parents.
Well, no, you have to take the keys away from the old people, because
no, you can't drive the Datsun, Mom. No, I'm not the Datsun.
I don't drive at night anymore. Well, you shouldn't drive in the daytime either. The Islanders have lost. The Islanders lost 12 times last year when leading after 40 minutes.
What a time to be alive! I traded Tim Stützle for Matt Barzal to start the year.
Why?
Because I needed right wing.
He's a terrible fantasy player.
Who?
Barzal.
No, he's good.
I've had him in a keeper league. He's not.
Okay. Well, how many championships have you won?
Too many. I can't even tell you. I can't even begin to tell you how many championships.
You had what? 26 goals, 59 assists, 240 plus shots, 50-ish hits. In the 20s for power play points. He's a good player. He's a good player.
Yeah, and
we should have drafted them.
You're not regretting the trade at all.
We should have drafted them.
Boston should have drafted him.
No, Boston had 3 chances.
But
does Matt Barzal play Boston Bruins hockey? Does he? Bruins?
They need a top line center. They need a hole in the head for crying out loud.
They need a lot of things.
They got Nikita Zadorov.
They got him. It's fine.
The Islanders have already blown 4 third period leads this season in 3 games. That doesn't make sense. No,
it does.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you.
In our sense, yeah.
They've gone 2-0-1 in them, so it's not the worst. They have an abysmal penalty kill, 69%, which reminds us of the PON Sauce Line, 604-283-9469. Nice. And Matt Barzal.
Oh, I learned the word for nice in Japanese. Shoot. I was on Duolingo the other day.
You should have asked me for it, because I am the Tokyo Rose of the podcast.
What is it?
I don't have time. I don't have time to explain it to you.
What's the word please in Japanese? Kudasai.
Matt Barzal.
What is the word for rice in Japanese?
Come on. Everybody
Gohan.
knows that. Yeah, everybody knows
What is
Gohan.
the word for green tea?
Come on.
What?
Everybody knows that.
Ocha. What's the word for water?
This is a terrible gotcha moment because you're giving me the answers.
What's the word for water?
I don't know. Aqua?
Mizu. What's the word for beer?
Beer?
Yeah, close.
Top line duo of Matt Barzal and Bo Horvat have combined for 2 5-on-5 goals this season, and 0 since Anthony Duclair was hurt. So
you heard I made that trade, and you're like, Rash needs to hear this. Oh God. Oh, Oliver, you got me. You got me, Oliver. Everyone in this, it's my high school friends fantasy league.
Yeah.
So every time I You got to send this to Oliver. Every time I go and propose something, they think I'm trying to rip them off. Yeah, and maybe when this was 5-6 years ago when I was an asshole. But now I'm an asshole who's self-aware. So now I don't specifically try to do that.
Well, that's nice to hear.